season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taking it about the 1. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Fights through him.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
The Jaguars at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9,
Pickett.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. And that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if it...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And just shutting him off there. Still fighting for more. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13.
Pickett. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its...
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Off play action, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Harris. And some room to work. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
On the return is Jones. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Ready, set. Go.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Pickett to throw on first down.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Pickett lost it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there, because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball, let's go down and score.
And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Trayvon Walker
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
And they run with Harris off the option. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's another carry for Harris. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
when they've needed a play this year. He's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Third and long for Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. In motion, the tight end.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Lawrence on third down.
Touchdown!
Zay Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 2nd and 10, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Foyesade and Lorican. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. On 1st down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. ETN up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence tried for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Point after try forthcoming. And that stretches the lead to 27.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. On play action, Lawrence.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And this is right down the middle as he kicks it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the three, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game.
He's got a man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
One final shot for Pickett.
One last shot at the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points